Hello, it's me, Pistol Lips, and today I was going to be giving you guys a little tutorial. It's been a while since I have done a tutorial, so I figured what not better to do when I was in the mood to make a video, but to do a little quick tutorial. I saw this commented on one of my recent shorts. I think I was flipping this guy actually, and it was specifically this guy. It was the reverse choker fan, I guess. And like the fan switch in it too, but I can do the fan switch after I just teach the first little bit. So the first thing is I'm still searching for a great entry into this combo. What I've been doing is this to get into that like pen grip sort of. So I do, as I am holding the safe handle, I will throw it open and then do one kind of like half, like a cheat 0G chaplain into, you'll see that my finger gets around, so my thumb is going to be on the other side of the safe handle. And as I'm going here, I'm going to be doing like that whip rollover motion as I'm coming up over here. And instead of letting go, I'm going to hold on to it, and you'll have the other handle come up. So this is what that kind of looks like a little bit faster. I think that this one is sort of smooth. It has a little bit of like a rough change in momentum, but that's okay. So as I am going into that, you'll see that I have it kind of in this pinched grip where my thumb is on the top and my first finger is behind. And what we're going to be doing here is kind of like a tiny little bit of like a fixed ladder. So I'm going to be taking my middle finger and pushing it in place of where my thumb would be, and I'm going to be rotating it so that the blade flips upwards. So it's originally pointed down with my first finger pinching on the back and my thumb on the front. Drop the middle finger on the front side with my thumb, and I'm going to be pushing my first finger down like towards this way. So this pushes outwards that way, and my first finger comes towards me to get that up. And then I'm going to throw my other finger down. So my ring finger is basically supplementing the last move I did with my ring finger. And now you'll see that I am clearing my first finger. You see how I'm clearing my first finger? Because I need to make way to set up my first finger. And you'll notice that I usually grab higher up. You can do the choker close to your other fingers, but I find it a little easier to do so when you have a slightly larger amount of space between the two. Usually what I aim for so let me just tell you where I'm at right now. So middle finger under, then ring finger under, and right now my middle finger is facing towards me and my ring finger is on the back. I'm going to take my first finger, and this doesn't have to be exact, but this is a good reference point. This second knuckle, this joint on your finger where your fold is, right there, I usually like to get that part on this handle. You don't really need to make a lot of contact with the bite handle. It's mostly on the safe handle, because what you're going to be doing is you're going to be dropping the handle and you're going to be kind of like pinching with your fingers almost. So the first thing is, once you have it like so, you'll feel that it's like this like 3 motion, your fingers like so. And you can practice from just here, that's fine too. And watch my thumb. My thumb is going to go down. So I'm going to be twisting and kind of pointing downwards a little bit, because it's going to initiate the handles to start to spin. Now a good prerequisite to this is just doing the choker to begin with, like a normal choker, because you're going to be doing that twisting motion in your fingers. So like on a normal choker, you know how like you twist it between your fingers and you're kind of like rotating your wrist? It's the same motion, but instead of doing it with like your middle fingers, well, I know that some people do it with their first fingers, but instead of doing it with your middle fingers, you're going to be doing it with your first fingers. So as I'm coming into this, I have it here, and my hand is pointing downwards and twisting to the side. So my hand is pointing down, twisting to the side, and then I'm going to let go of the bite handle. And now you'll have it here, and I'm kind of going to start dropping my ring finger, so it's really just these two fingers. And as you're twisting, you're going to rotate your hand over. Watch my thumb. My thumb is pointing in towards me, rotating the wrist. And then I'm going to do, like, my first finger is going to go that way. My ring finger is going to come in towards my hand. So kind of initiating that spinning motion. So from the top, we have the half chap, half zero-G chap cheat, into like the half whip, into the fixed ladder, do one little bit where the blade points down again. I have my 3 finger right here, and most of my first finger is actually making contact with this. Like, you'll notice that I'm not actually touching too much of that handle on the bite handle. And my thumb's gonna point down, kind of as something to focus on, and I'm gonna be dropping my hand face down to the ground, as well as rotating my wrist to initiate that spinning move. And as I do that, I let go of the bite handle, and it'll kind of want to naturally spin. So if you just want to do that and let it fall, that's okay. Just getting that motion. That's kind of like what you're looking for in reality. There's a couple of different exits to this. So once you've understood that part of it, you can do like my reverse exit, which I have it in this motion, and I just do the opposite twisting motion with both my wrist and my fingers. And as I'm twisting in those fingers, let's see. So it's here, and I'm gonna be rotating my fingers. So my first finger is gonna come upwards, and my middle finger is gonna be pointing away from it, trying to get it to spin that way. And I will transfer it over to my ring finger. So here, and then you'll see that I get my ring finger behind to kind of like do an extension to just kind of continue. It's the same motion as like the choker fan as you transition to your first finger, but just doing so instead of transitioning to your first finger, because you're not spinning it, you're not rotating it this way, you're rotating it the other way to grab from the other hand, or for the other finger, excuse me. So here, and then I stop. And then once I have it here, I start spinning it, and I can clear my hand to go to the other direction. Oh, so that's one exit. I'll just do it again. And you can see I can clear it into having kind of a free, safe handle move. Another one, which I should do more often, honestly, and I'm not the best at because I haven't done it in a while, is when you do the exit, you can just keep going in that exit, and then you'll see that you get it here, and you can lift your hand up. Sorry, you can see you're here, and you can lift your hand up, and then do kind of a sketchy fan ladder, to be honest. And you're gonna bring it around your hand like so, and then your ring finger is gonna come behind to catch it, and you can go into like a choker or something. That's usually what I like to do. So that one kind of looks like this. And that one, the emphasis is you want to kind of get the choker to a place where you're, see how the position of my knife is like so, where I have the safe handle still on this side, where it's not like that, it's like that, facing away from me, because that allows me to go into the fan, or into the ladder, to get into the next choker position, to then do the choker. So again, from the top, half into this, into the pinch, middle finger under, ring finger under, clearing the first finger as you're coming into this one. See, I'm clearing my first finger as I'm rotating. That's a big one. And then here, rotating the wrist down, barely touching the bite handle, mostly touching the safe handle, dropping that bite handle, and then spinning it with my wrist as well, and then doing that twisting motion with your fingers. And that's how it gets you into that motion. So if there's any more questions, feel free to ask. I'll do my best to explain them. I can always try to post an unlisted video if there's a specific part that you need some help on, and I would just link it into the YouTube comments. So if that's something that seems interesting to you or something that you would want, yeah, please let me know. If there's another thing that you like that I do that you would be interested in having a tutorial on, yeah, just feel free to ask. I don't do these all the time, but they are pretty, I'd say, fun. It's an interesting exercise to try to communicate teaching a trick to someone else. So yeah, if you guys have anything else unrelated to that, I'll give you one more hint as to what the balisong I'm getting is. Now, I said it was a Minecraft mob. It's not a passive mob. It is a hostile mob, and that's your other hint. So there you go. Make with that what you will, and I will see you guys in the next one after I do this. Peace.